Yo, YouTube, what is up? Back at it again. I'm going to try and stay committed to making videos. I get really annoyed and lackluster in a lot of things lately, so I'm going to try and make a video a day, not starting this week, but maybe this next Monday, all the way through the entirety of the next month. I'm going to try to put out a video a day, and I've tried this before and I fell off, so I'm sticking to it. We're gonna make it happen. This is one of the type of videos I want to start trying to do. Try to get a feel of what you guys like. If this is something you kind of like or want to see more of, let me know. Please down in the comments. And if you could like, subscribe to this channel, it'll let me really know what you like to see, and so that way we can keep growing and getting bigger and just doing more stuff. So let's get right into it. This is Dragonstorm. This is going to be something I want to play with um, a lot. I've always loved Dragonstorm. I've always liked the thought, and I honestly think it's pretty good. Um, Now with Ironcrag Feat, 4 mana, we get to add 7 red mana to our pool, and we can only cast one more spell this turn. So all we have to do is generate enough mana, so 9 mana for Dragonstorm, and then we get to go and fetch our dragons. All you have to do is cast 3 spells and Dragonstorm for a total of 4 Storm Copy, and that allows you to go get 4 Hellkite dragons. What this does is instantly kill our opponent. Each dragon deals 5 damage divided as you choose to paint any number of targets, so we can just dome our opponent. Uh, Dragon Lord is in here for when we have those random times where we draw a dragon or two. Let's say we draw 2 dragons. We still get to play Dragonstorm for 3 then. We get to go grab 2 Hellkites, deal 10 damage, and the Dragon Lord, which gives all of our dragons haste. So, all of our other dragons. So, these guys get to swing in for 10. So, these 2 guys alone are doing 20 damage with the Dragon Lord. So, there's lots of flexibility actually. Typical Storm is how this deck would be normally ran with Lotus Blooms, uh, and just typical rituals, Metamorphose. But I don't think that's the way to go. Twiddle Storm is a very popular deck revolving around Lotus Field and Twiddle, mainly with puppetry, splicing arcane spells like Peer Through the Depths and Ideas Unbound, allowing you to filter through your deck repetitively and getting to the point where you grape shot your opponent. Now that is definitely a good way to go for this deck, uh, for Twiddle, and I think it's a fun deck. Twiddle is, but I think it fits Dragonstorm really well. Let's say, for example, we go Lotus Field on turn 3, stacking our 2 lands, floating 2 blue. We twiddle a land, tap. So we twiddle our land, tap it. We have 4 floating mana. With 4 floating mana, we can go ahead and twiddle one more time and untap and cast Ironcrag Feat and then Dragonstorm, and that gets us to our 9 mana. Once we get to 9 mana, and that's the kill right there, we go get our dragons and we've won the game. Other things we could do is, let's say, we just end up doing a typical Twiddle Storm type of fashion where we're getting to Lotus Field and then we're splicing Reach to the Mists and the Puppetries. We're drawing our cards, trying to get to Dragonstorm, but we end up drawing a dragon or two. That's why we're going to be running some CBons. CBons allows us to draw 2 cards, and then we can shuffle a card from our hand into our library. So that way we can start pitching dragons when we need to get rid of them. Uh, but other than that, the backup plan also super simple. We just cast these dragons. It's 7 mana, 8 mana sounds like a lot, but I mean, or sorry, 8 mana and 6 mana sound like a lot, but we're making so much mana with Lotus Field sometimes that that's not an issue. Uh, but I think this is going to be a really sweet deck, a really fun deck. Um, Other things to get into that we could try as Teleria Wests in the board for trying to get Lotus Field more often, things like that. But I don't think that matters too much. Um, but into our board, we have 2 Spell Pierce for control matchups, things that are lots of interaction, things like that, no problem. Echoing Truth, uh, that card's just an MVP in almost all matchups. I think it's generally just a really good catch-all. Thing in the Ice for our aggro matchups. Rebuild for Urza, because Urza is not fun. And then a fun card I wanted to mess with is Ignite Memories. I think Ignite Memories could be really funny and catch someone off guard. And for those who don't know, it's 4 and a red, so 5 mana, and then target player reveals a card at random from their hand, and Ignite Memories deals damage to that player equal to that card's converted mana cost, and it has Storm. So if we Ignite Memories and we have a Dragon Storm in hand, that's 9 damage. A Hellkite, that's 8. Dragon Lord 6. Even this is 4. And if we storm it for 5 or 6 times even, or even 3 to 4 times, and we just hit a couple of these, we can really win games pretty easily. Aria Flame, always a really good backup in any deck that's casting lots of spells, cheap spells, things like that. Fry, just a simple removal piece. Really good for planeswalkers like Jace and Teferi. We got an Abrade, just more artifact kind of hate, and also creatures still removal. And then 3 bolts. 3 bolts are for typical decks like Thalia, Taxes, really annoying creatures, Meddling Mage, things like that that could just get out of hand when we don't know how to handle them. And then on that note too, this is a deck where game 1, a lot of people will understand Twiddlestorm, and they'll be calling out cards like with Meddling Mage, such as Grape Shot, or things like that. And then we're going to be coming in, casting Ironcrag Feat, getting our mana, and then Dragon Storming. And then I guess I should touch on that too. Ironcrag Feat says you can cast only 1 more spell this turn. So when we cast Dragonstorm, the storm copies themselves, so that way they're not being cast. Copies aren't being cast. So that way you can just use that spell and go get your dragons, and it doesn't affect that. So, but this is just one of the videos I'm going to be trying to do, um, and messing around. I also want to get better at talking with the camera, and I want to get better at some video editing. This video will be pretty generic, no video editing, but I think it'd be pretty cool to get some funny effects and stuff like that put in, and that will just come with time. I want to get better. I would really like to continue doing this as a not necessarily a full. Well, I would love for it to be full time, but more as like a really cool hobby that I can get into and start learning more and growing. So let me know what you think down in the comments. If there's anything I should change, anything I should do. Am I talking too fast? Am I talking too slow? Am I not going in depth enough with cards and what they do? Do you want to see what each card does? Let me know in the comments below, please. Like the video, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you like and don't like, and what you want to see. Is there decks that you want to see? Are there any new cards from Eldraine that you want to see? Because I will be working on that already as it is, to put out a bunch more deck techs and just fun decks that I think are good, or not necessarily good, but would be cool to try and see if they're good. Um, and I'll be streaming Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 8 p.m. Eastern until basically when I'm tired. Usually get a league or 2 in, and I'll be playing with these decks. For example, I'll be playing this deck tomorrow. I should be able to get the Ironcrag feats, and then from there, that's it. I mean, we'll go ahead and run this list, see how it does, run it through a league or 2, and try to get that sweet 5-0. You know how it is. Dragonstorm 5-0 will just change the face of Modern. So, but yeah, so thanks everyone checking it out. Again, let me know down in the comments below what you think, what I should be doing, what I shouldn't be doing, and we'll go from there. Until next time, guys. Peace.